100 naira eko. Estambul eko.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Lagos This Morning. It's midweek, yes, the midweek edition, and we're live here with you in the studios of Flip TV to bring you all that is happening that you need to know of going on in the city of Lagos and also Nigeria as it is. And we also cross carpets and talk about things going on globally on the show as it is. Welcome to Lagos This Morning. My name is Ebuka Ezobika.
Good morning, Lagos. Yes, it is still Lagos this morning.
No, you have to complete it. You can't just tell us just good morning. You have to. Yes, permit me.
Okay.
You can't just say good morning.
Okay.
We know these things.
Okay, we know the drill. Good morning, Lagos. Ekaro, Lagos. Otutuoma, Lagos. Nakwana, Lagos. You know, just as we say good morning in the various languages, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Good morning to you all our dear esteemed viewers. It's still Lagos this morning on your screen, and it's still your girl here in the studio, Kukurola Beauty, with my lovely partner here.
I know you love me. Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Ibuka Ezubika once again, and it's nice that to know that you're always there for us, and just to stay with you and also keep you abreast with information that's going on basically in Nigeria as it is. It's day 2, so yesterday I greeted and I said happy strike day. So today, permit me to say aluta continua concerning the strike, because it's day 2 of the strike right here in Nigeria, organized by the Labour Congress and also the Trade Union Congress, that's the TUC. So I don't know how it's affecting you, probably in the kind of business you're doing, in whatever you're doing. I just hope you're taking it nice and easy. So we have the stories here to dish out to you this morning on Lagos This Morning.
All right, then let's have the headlines. Cook-a-thon ex Osun Commissioner gives Ogbomoso chef 150,000. That's on cook-a-thon.
Then moving on to what is going on in Gaza as it is, Nigeria and others to initiate peace move in Gaza's conflict. The federal government is trying to weigh in on that particular issue.
CNG will reduce cost of production, says FG.
And the ministry is saying 35 million naira is needed to return body of Nigerian students.
Loyalists remember Olushola Saraki.
Moving on to business, Union Bank finalizes process to delist shares from NGX. And
then CBN extends validity of old Naira notes indefinitely.
And not forgetting, in some sports this morning, Milan, talking about AC Milan, Adams.
Also on sports this morning is Eagles determined to qualify for World Cup, Homero says.
On entertainment this morning, why my wedding with Otedola's daughter isn't a secret.
And yes, still on entertainment. Nigerian woman breaks Guinness World Record for the longest handmade wig.
Okay, people keep breaking records there. And still on entertainment, 62-year-old Nigerian singer Salawa Beni unveils 3rd husband. Wow.
Okay, so this is our headlines for today's program. So we'll be going on a quick short break right now, and when we're back, we'll be taking each of the stories one after the other. Do stay with us.
100 naira eko. Estambul eko.
Alright, so welcome back. This is still Lagos this morning, live here on Flip TV. Okay, basically, we'll be talking about so many issues on the program as it is this morning. And as you can see down there, Lagos State Schools and Asuu joint strike. That's going to form our focal point that we'll be looking at today on the show concerning strike. Strike. So, and then big shout out to our lovely viewers that are always there. And we've seen your comments this morning as it is, yeah?
Yes, we have a comment from Gladys Oyabo says, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you. The situation is really getting out of control. Good morning, dear presenters. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Gladys, all the way from the international. She's in the US. You have to greet her with respect, small.
And from Emma Samuel says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Country wey no get peace won't go settle war for another country.
Country wey no get peace won't go settle war for another country.
Yes, so that's also one of our stories this morning that we'll be speaking on. Also from Gladys, she says, thanks for keeping us abreast of events and issues happening in Nigeria. Watching from Atlanta, USA.
That's what's up. ATL, baby. Yeah. You know ATL? You know ATL? That's Atlanta.
I know.
Atlanta. You know, it's Atlanta. It's in the US. Thank you very much, Gladys. Please don't forget to keep sharing the views. Keep sharing the video. Share to your friends. Share to your family, to your loved ones that are in Atlanta with you, and also scattered across the nation or in countries wherever. Please keep sharing, keep commenting, keep subscribing. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so let's go into the stories as we have them. Let's start off with the cook-a-thon going on in Osun State.
Yes, the ex-Osun commissioner gives Ogbomoso chef 150,000 naira. The immediate past Osun State commissioner for works, Mr. Oluremi Omowaye, on Tuesday donated 150,000 naira to support Ogbomoso born chef Tope Maggie, currently working towards 200 cooking hours in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. Currently working towards 200 cooking hours in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. Omowaye told Tope Maggie, who has reportedly gone 119 hours, 57 minutes as of Tuesday evening, being the longest cooking hour record set by Irish chef Alan Fisher, should be supported to achieve his aim. Omowaye, in a statement obtained in Osogbo, commended the students of the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, for the support given to the chef and called on Nigerians to rally support for him to once again put Nigeria on the world map. This statement further read in part, I, Oluremi Omowaye, the immediate past Osun State Commissioner for Works, congratulate the Ogbomoso born chef Tope Maggie for his resilience and hard-working spirit that has made him cross over the world record of 119 hours, 57 minutes of the Irish chef Alan Fisher, who currently holds the world record of the longest cooking hour. You will recall that Tope Maggie disclosed about 4 months ago that he was going for a cook-a-thon, and we are glad that Tope is doing well. He has gone past the world record, and we hope that the Guinness Book of Records will confirm his record winning on time. I must commend him for his sacrifices, sleepless nights, and dedication to achieving this great feat. We are proud of him. To this effect, I'll be supporting his efforts with a token of 150,000 naira, while I will also mobilize particularly ex-Lautech students to also support him. Alright, so this is just the ex-Osun State Commissioner for Works, Mr. Oluremi, commending the efforts of Tope Maggie, the Ogbomoso born chef, as he has been embarking on the 200 cooking hours in Ogbomoso, Oyo State, because he's setting the record to beat the record that was set by the Irish chef Alan Fisher, who cooked for 119 hours 57 minutes. So we are wishing Chef Tope Maggie all the best as he goes for this record breaking All right,
if
then
it
let's.
is, trying to gain back our lost
Yes.
glory, or should I put it that way, he would Abasi end it at a point. Then also, finally, the Irishman had to, beat our own record. So what he's going to do is that he's going to beat his own record to reclaim the title
Yeah.
back to Nigeria. And why he's also saying that it should be done on time is that when Mr. Fisher's record was done, it was not very long before the Guinness World
It was
Record.
uploaded
Yes,
in-
it was. So if he has gone past the record already, I think by now we should be getting a statement from the Guinness Book of World Record. Like in Worry, they will say what is good for the
But come to
goose
think
is
of
good
it,
for the
though,
Uganda.
like a lot of people are wanting to break this record, but are really taking it serious. I think Hilda really she left that part.
Even during Hilda's time, we know so many people already. We are already doing the cooking, but I think many of them.
It wasn't really going home.
It was not. I could recall of Chef Dami.
Yeah.
Yes, Chef Dami's time. Although then later they came out to say that her own she didn't submit it formally. So in fact, many people didn't submit their application formally
Yeah.
to Guinness World Record, because many people came out at that time to say yes, I'm also doing my own cooking. They set up so many things, but then if you didn't submit it formally, it means the Guinness are not aware that you're about to do something. So submitting it formally notifies them, and they can also come over to supervise and give you some of their equipment to use. So then, congrats to him. Hopefully, this money goes along 150,000 naira.
We heard Nigerians to also support him in every ways they can.
Yeah, so a good one for him as it is. And moving on to other stories, this is now let's go into what Emma is saying. Country will no get peace when they said to other countries. Emma, we're coming to your story right about now. Nigeria and others to initiate peace move in Gaza's conflict. This is coming from the federal government of Nigeria. Now, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and Arab League have selected Nigeria as part of a special delegation mandated to initiate immediate international action to halt the ongoing war in Gaza. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Ruga, made this known in a statement on Tuesday. According to him, Yusuf Tugarada, the selection was communicated to Nigeria by the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia in Nigeria on Tuesday in Abuja. Tuga said the decision was taken in part of furtherance to the resolution adopted by the Joint Arab Islamic Extraordinary Summit on Israeli aggressions against the Palestinian people, which took place in Riyadh on Saturday. According to the minister, the resolution that bears Nigeria's inclusion in the peace team states the following, which is assign the foreign minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in its capacity as the presidency of the 32nd Arab and Islamic Summit, along with counterparts from Jordan, Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Palestine. It means that all these countries I just mentioned, talking about Jordan, Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Palestine, and these are the countries that have been selected to be part of this particular resolution. Any other interested countries and the Secretary General of both organizations to initiate immediate international action on behalf of all member states of the OIC and the Arab League to formulate an international move to halt over the war in Gaza. So they're looking at countries that would help to mediate what is happening in Gaza. I feel that a particular criteria for selection are countries that have both Christians and Muslims in the country. So I believe that this is part of the criteria that they looked at, because looking at it, if you are calling on a country that should come and settle a particular conflict, you should ask yourself, is that country conflict free? Which in this case Nigeria is not. But they look at Nigeria as a big brother country, a country that could be able to mediate on behalf of other countries. Probably we in Nigeria, we look at ourselves as a small nation, but outside Nigeria, they perceive us as a very big country, which we are.
We don't know our capacity.
We don't know these things. We are a very big country. They respect us outside there globally. The question is, are we as a country, do we respect ourselves?
Exactly.
For others to give us the more respect that we
For
deserve.
us to actually maintain that respect,
You,
they
underst-
actually see
you
us.
understand? So, in this particular regards, let's see how far it goes, and hopefully, like I always say, we just pray that the conflict in Israel and also Palestine will settle very, very soon.
Yes, and then let's move on to the next story this morning is CNG will reduce cost of production, says federal government. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has said that the federal government adoption of compressed natural gas offers an opportunity to private sector players. Edo said this at the unveiling of the 2023 Nigerian banking sector report by Amfrevest, which was held in Lagos on Wednesday. The report was entitled Getting Nigerian to Work Again. The finance minister, who was represented by the managing director of the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, Dr. Armstrong Takand, said that increasing the adoption of CNG will reduce the cost of production for businesses and households. However, he highlighted that there was a need to increase investment. He said, I don't know if any of you have been watching the campaign on the substitution of PMS for CNG. It is an early step that we are taking. When you look at the price of CNG versus PMS, it ranges from half of it, and sometimes it comes down to a quarter of what it costs to run on fuel. We believe that given that we are a gas nation and gas is cleaner than PMS, if we aggressively move in that direction, it can have a significant impact on the cost of not only fueling our vehicles, mass transit, as well as even factories that run on fuel and diesel. We are taking steps in that direction. You'll be seeing more announcements in due course in terms of steps that are being taken to trigger a demand in that value chain. There is a lot of investment that has been done in terms of conversation kits, refueling stations, and in terms of midstream, in terms of transportation of infrastructure and upstream. A lot of investment needs to go into that. We believe that it provides an opportunity for the private sector to partner. That was the representative speaking right there. That is in person of Dr. Armstrong Takand. It was also revealed that the FG's target of tax to GDP ratio of 18% and revenue to GDP ratio of 25% by 2026 remain intact. The minister, in terms of outlook, said the successful implementation of the ongoing reforms is expected to deliver meaningful improvements across several key revenue and debt metrics by 2025. That's in 2 years.
Is the way we are is called diversification,
Yeah.
moving from fuel to gas supplies for all our things we use, both in fuel for vehicular movement and also in generators. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the question we should be asking, okay, yes, we've seen these things. Some of them are already coming into implementation. Many people are beginning to abandon fuel for the use of gas, which has caused the increase in the price of cooking gas right now. CNG is the way, compressed natural gas. That is what many people want, because why? It saves more. It saves more. If you use gas to cook, if you use kerosene, if you use fuel to run your generators, if you use gas, you know that yes, it saves a lot. But then we can't just abandon fuel and say, okay, since we're a gas nation, as much as we're a gas nation, we're also a fuel nation. Not forgetting, before we discover that yes, we have so much gas, we are a country that is much dependent on fuel, on our oil reserves. So what we should be doing right now is to create refineries. The Dangote refineries that we was promised that will be starting. We can't just abandon the fuel. We can't abandon it. That's the same way we abandon farm, agriculture, because we saw that the new gold is fuel. We left agriculture for fuel. Now we have discovered okay, gas is the way to go. Now is it that we want to abandon fuel for gas?
We abandon gas.
We shouldn't be doing that. What we should be doing is to harness them, balance these things together. if we have refineries that are doing this, refineries should be able to help us harness these natural gifts that we have from God. We should be able to have. Now the Dangote refinery was promised to us, I think August. August passed, September, October. This is November, and now we're hearing that it is December. Then they promised us that the Port Harcourt refinery will start working at the end of this year. Right now, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources,
You just started to like all talks and
you
no
know,
action.
he has extended it right now. We're looking at 2024, talking about the Minister of State for Petroleum, Heineken Lukoburi, has extended the dates. So all these things, we're just having talks and talks and talks. What are the things we are seeing on the front page? The Dangote plant was commissioned before the past administration left office. I think it was in May it was commissioned, hoping that it will start working since August. If we have our refineries working, we would not be leaving one for one. We're working, everything should be working in tandem with each other. But then gas is the way to go, but then we should not abandon. We can't abandon fuel, because if there is so much demand on one particular commodity, it means the price of that particular, especially in Nigeria here, it would go up. And we're not the only country that uses gas. Many other countries have gas, and we're looking at a commodity that we can also export and make money from. Crude oil is something that we have that many other countries do not have. We can export, make money from them, but we're not really making so much because of our refineries are not working. Instead, we use our crude oil, export it to them, they refine and sell it back to us. So many processes that are not really working. Hopefully it finally works one day. Well, seeing your comments on the comment section, we will read them as the time goes by on the program this morning. So let's move on to other stories. Basically, I'm sure many of you are aware of the young Nigerian student that died overseas. Yes, that was killed overseas. So now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs are trying to bring back the body of the young Nigerian back to Nigeria here for proper burial. Now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it will cost 35 million naira to fly back the corpse of the Nigerian student, whose name is Chibikwem Emmanuel, who was murdered in the Philippines. Now, Emmanuel was reportedly murdered in the Philippines, allegedly by some Chinese nationals on October 23, 2023. Now, according to a post made to the social networking platform that is X, formerly known as Twitter, by one Michael Ojuola, who described Emmanuel as his friend, Ojuola had posted on X that the victim was brutally murdered by a group of Chinese. They tied his hands up, covered and tied his mouth, and beat him blue black until he gave up the ghost. Now, in this particular issue, we said this on the show some weeks ago.
We discussed it.
Up until now, yes, so many talks have been going on concerning bringing him back. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, have talked about looking into the matter. Since then, I believe what they should be doing is give us updates. Okay, this is the step we have taken into apprehending those behind his killing. We are working together with the government of the Philippines to make sure that those involved. Now we hear from his friend that posted it that these people that did this particular act are Chinese nationals. Okay, so now this is two governments or three governments right now. It's a triangle: the Filipino government, the Chinese government, and the Nigerian government. So what are the steps that have our government taken, because we have lost a citizen? So what are the steps that we have taken so far to reach out to the Filipino government and the Chinese government? Now, where did this act happen? It happened in the Philippines. Okay, let's direct to the Filipino government. So what have we been doing? We should be getting basic updates concerning this particular issue. Now, the update we are getting that to fly him back to the country, it would cost us 35 million naira. It would cost the government 35 million naira, which is not a small money. It's huge. But then, those behind the killings, what have been done? What was the update concerning that particular issue? So these are the issues, the questions that we are asking.
Okay, then let's move on to the next story, which is loyalists remember Olushola Saraki. The loyalists of the late Dr. Olushola Saraki, past government officials and political office holders, as well as the People's Democratic Party supporters in Kwara State, on Tuesday held special prayers in memory of the late politician and philanthropist. The prayer session, which was the 11th in the series, was led by the chief imam of Ilorin, Sheikh Mohammed Bashir Saliu, alongside other Islamic clerics in the state. The people who gathered in large numbers called on both the federal and state government to address current socio-economic hardship among Nigerians, especially residents of Kwara State, as done by the late statesman. The chairman of the PDP in Kwara State, Babatunde Mohammed, and some other PDP stalwarts like a former member of the State House of Assembly and commissioner in the state, Idea Nimota Ibrahim, and the chairman of the NPDP in the state, Alhaji Ishola Balogun Fulani, said the late Saraki lived his life for the survival of the people. Mohammed also said for close to 40 years he was making a lot of people happy with his philanthropic activities. He was always happy helping people. Even when not politicking, whenever there was a sort of hardship, he would go to give assistance in all the 16 local government areas of the state, just as the son, our leader, is doing today, taking after his father. Alright, so these people were just paying their respect to the late Olushola Saraki, the past government officials in Kwara State.
Alright, so that is it on that particular issue. Before we move on to business, let's look at some of the comments that has been coming through right there on the comment section as it sees. Where do we start from? Kofu, where do we start from in the comments?
Okay. Let's see. Let's start from. I think where did we stop the other time?
Okay, let's start with Pan Afro.
Yeah, Pan Afro. Okay, Pan Afro, you're welcome to the program. Are government officials feeling any heat from the strikes? If not, then more personal approaches must be taken. Protest government offices and corrupt individuals. Okay. Also from Pan Afro says ethnic tribalism of religious narratives. No dog in this fight. Nigeria must prioritize national issues. Colonist and domestic corruption is first. Okay, but for how long have we in Nigeria been battling with corruption?
It's a forever thing.
Alright, from Gideon. Make them rest, I beg. Who be big nation? Maybe for corruption.
Chai. Gideon, this is called see finish. We are a big nation, whether you like it or not. We are just hoping that we will achieve that full potential of being. We're a big nation. We're a big nation. So many things.
Okay. Also from Panafro, she says that Nigeria continue to accept foreign aid. Can't tread abroad until suffering economically independent at home. Nigeria continue to accept foreign aid, can't tread abroad until sovereign economically independent at home. Emma Samuel says, funny country, many talk, no action. No doubt about that. Also from Gideon, them go abandon same country we abandon agriculture.
It's talking about oil.
Yes.
Say they go abandon us. Once you see a new bride,
so
then you leave the
bride. Yes.
Then move on to the new one.
Why did you use bride? What's in your mind?
Bride now. No anything brand new.
Alright, just for jokes.
Once you see a new wife, the second wife will become, you go back and we start focusing more on the first wife. You understand? You will understand. All right, let's move on to the business side of things this morning. As it says, Union Bank of Nigeria has announced an increase in the price at which the stake of minority shareholders would be acquired from 7 naira per unit to 7.70 naira per unit. According to a statement signed by the company secretary Shomuyiwa Shonubi on Tuesday, the lender offered this as it approached the final stages of its planned delists from Nigeria Exchange Limited. Now, in May, Titan Trust Bank Limited, the core investor in Union Bank, announced plans to acquire shares of minority shareholders in the bank. This is from the Union Bank of Nigeria.
Also on business, CBN extends validity of old Naira indefinitely. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced its intention to extend the validity of old 200, 500, and 1000 naira notes indefinitely. This is as the Apex Bank declared its desire to extend the validity of the old naira notes beyond any expiry date. According to the bank, it is working with the relevant authorities to vacate the subsisting court ruling on the same subject. The bank disclosed this in a statement signed by the Director of Corporate Communication, Issa Abdulmumin, on Tuesday. The statement titled CBN to allow old design naira notes, banknotes as legal tender ad infinitum said the decision is in line with international best practices and to foster a repeat of earlier experiences. The statement read, "Without prejudice, the Central Bank of Nigeria wishes to inform the general public of its desire to extend the legal tender status deadline of the old design of 200, 500, and 1000 denominations ad infinitum." Alright, so this is like an extension, indefinite extension of the old naira notes, which means that the old naira note is still a legal tender. However, is this a good decision or not?
The old naira notes were supposed to be I was supposed to have gone into extinction or go into extinction at the end of this year. December 31st was the date being set aside by the former government, or rather, the former government alongside the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Yes. So he made up a particular pronouncement, and and when that happened, we know, like what the story says, it says that to avoid what happened before. You recall earlier this year how hard it was to get the naira notes. To get, in fact, no ATM portal or output has cash. You go into the bank, you see the queue to get cash. POS terminals were charging almost 1,500 naira to get 5,000 naira. It was basically one thing that nobody saw coming, that even to get naira in a naira owned country would be difficult. So to avoid that, the current governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Cardoso, have thought yes, let's just make it clear right now, because we know how Nigerians would react. So to every business owner, to every shop owner, or to anybody doing money business, what the CBN is trying to let us know that it's both the old and the new currency. That's talking about the 200, the 500, and the 1,000 naira. Yeah, it's still legal. Whether they give you the new or the old, it's still legal.
Was it actually a good decision? Because I remember when they first said they shouldn't accept the old naira notes, and then there were a lot of issues going on in the country. People were hungry, they could not spend the money. It got to that point that people were now making transfer to all those public transport drivers.
Transfer was the main thing that period.
It was a lot. Even in banks, you would see a lot of queue just to withdraw how much little amount of money. So now they postpone it fine to December 31st, and now indefinitely.
I feel this particular decision, it's good that it's coming out right now. I feel that this decision is good right now, because if he had waited for December, an average Nigerian businessman knows that 31st of December is the deadline. Many people would not want to be accepting it. That's this old naira notes, because nobody wants it to get expired in their hands.
My question is, while we are waiting, what are they actually doing? Is it that they are printing more notes? Are they printing the new notes and then letting it out? Because how do they intend to, because we are now having two different notes of this currency.
It means what he's trying to say is that both the new and the old will work hand in hand. Now, this is how it's supposed to be, according to what Emefiele said before every happened to him. Emefiele said, in fact, there are so many things hidden that we really don't know about. Now let's flash back. At that point, if you recall what happened then, Emefiele said that they already printed many of the new notes, and it is out there in circulation. Now let's flash back. During that time, the masses, we could not see these new notes, but we saw videos of the VIPs in bundles, spraying these monies at parties.
Yeah.
But we, on the grassroots or in the land, we could not get access to this money.
I think it got to some point some young ladies had to go to clubs because they knew that is where they could actually get those new notes.
You go to clubs, you see that you see new notes with money changers. So that is there. Then at a point, people say, Emefiele, if you know that you don't have these new notes, bring out the old notes and disperse to the public. What he mentioned was that those old notes that were in the bank, they've burnt all of them. But we discovered that you say you've burnt all these old notes, but even up until now, we have more of the old notes than even the new ones. Yes. So if you have printed more new notes at that time, where are these new notes? Yes, these days now we are seeing these new notes, but you will still discover that the old currencies are still more than the new ones. So where are these new ones? And even some of the new ones now are looking like old ones. Because you see some new currencies that you'll be like, but bro, they just printed this. How come it's now like this? So many secrecy under this issue. But then Cardoso, who is the new central bank governor, coming out to say that it's officially, let's just make it, I think it's the best move to avoid what happened. Because if we had waited that it should be like that, everybody will start keeping their own. If you have a new currency,
it's not like postponing someone's pain. Let the person feel the pain.
Not currency pain.
Okay.
No, let's not feel that pain anymore. No, the pain we went through. My sister, my sister. Even conductor was collecting transfer.
Honestly,
people that suffered.
It was serious.
People that suffered most was the Agbiros.
But you know those that were enjoying those moments. Those
POS people now. You know how much they were cashing out.
Really cashing out.
That's why I said it that time. POS people, many of them will not really make heaven, because what they did that period, it was really painful.
Business strategy.
It was painful. And you really even if you want to blame them too. Yeah. Because they will tell you that even when we go to the bank, we are paying the bank to collect. Yeah. So for you to start paying bank to, not that you are collecting dollar or foreign, you are using naira to buy naira. So I feel that this decision of him coming out right now to say, let it be like this, I feel it's the best decision.
Hopefully. I feel, And if there are new notes, please, they should just release the new notes. Let it out. Yeah.
Emma Samuel, you're saying after all the suffer we go through for this new naira note wahala. But we suffer this suffer together. Gideon, they say they no try you. Them no try also. I'm trying to understand the message.
Them no try also. They must
vomit that new note. They must vomit that new note as it take be. Okay. Anna Bob, Emefiele no be woman be now. Take me. Emefiele no be woman be now. And then Pan-African Central Bank digital currency in Nigerian freedom or sovereignty of financial system. What's worst, using foreign currency or transferring, storing your income abroad? West is backdoor. Thank you very much, Pan-Afro, for that your comment there. Yeah. Okay, quickly let's move on to other stories. Now let's talk about sports. All right, in sports, Kofi, what do we have in sports?
Milan eyes Adams. Akol Adams' brilliant performance since joining Montpellier in the summer has not gone unnoticed, with Italian Serie A agent AC Milan eyeing the Nigerian striker as a potential replacement for Oliver Giroud ahead of next summer. Adams has hit the ground running in League One since $4.5 million euro moved from Lillestrøm in the summer. Alright, so this is just on Milan I Adams. And the former Nigerian U20 striker boasts an impressive goal return, which is only bettered by France captain Kylian Mbappe, who comfortably sits at the top of the scoring chart with 13 goals from.
You know the funny thing about this story now? You just call Mbappe like a Yoruba boy. Some people are already giving him Yoruba name because he looks like one of my guys calls him Kunle. Yeah, calls him Kunle. Anyway, it's a good one for him. Hopefully, the signing goes through and he plays very well too. We have there's another Nigerian in AC Milan, Samuel Chukwueze, plays for AC Milan. So he will link up there and they can teach them the Nigerian way of life. All right, moving on to other stories now. Eagles, yes, standing Super Eagles captain Kenneth Omero says the team is determined to qualify for the 2026 World Cup finals that will be hosted by the USA, Mexico, and Canada, having missed out in the last edition of the tournament in Qatar. Nigerian failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar after playing out a 1-1 draw with Ghana at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja after the first leg of the last round of the qualification had ended goalless in Ghana. So Mero speaking is saying that the three-time African champions were determined to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. Hopefully we would qualify and let what happened the last time not happen again. Trust me, no Nigeria wants to experience a World Cup without the Nigerian Super Eagles.
All right, we have that on the sports. Okay, so we'll be going on a quick short break right now, and when we're back, we'll be taking the entertainment news. Do stay with us. It's still Lagos this morning. We'll be right back. Alright, you're welcome back. It's still Lagos this morning on your screen. And yes, we've been discussing a lot. In case you're just joining, you've missed quite a lot.
You've missed.
Yes,
you can rewatch it though.
We spoke on the cook-a-thon that is going on in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. Then we moved on to the Nigerian and others as they initiate peace move in Gaza. And then we moved on to the CNG as they say the plan to reduce the cost of production. And also we had story on the 35 million naira that is needed to return the body of the Nigerian students who died outside the country. And also we had we spoke on the loyalists as they actually paid their respects to the late Olusola Saraki. And also the Union Bank finalizes process to delist shares from NGX. And also we spoke on the CBN as they extend validity of old naira notes. And yes, we had news on sport also. And yes, to our viewers and our commenters, we love you and we actually keep it coming. So now we'll be moving on to the entertainment news. What do you have on entertainment?
Okay, firstly, I don't know, should you take yours or should I take mine first? Okay, let me just take mine because mine would interest you. Okay. I will leave that one for you. Okay. But I'll take mine first because mine will interest you. Now, a Nigerian lady has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest handmade wig. Yeah, do you know I have special interest in this story? Okay. Because I was part of this process. Yeah. Now, a Nigerian wig maker has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest handmade wig. Now, the Guinness World Record made the announcement in a statement that they brought out on Tuesday, saying after constructing the underlay with wig cap netting and black fabric attached to a bicycle helmet, she completed the hairpiece using 1,000 bundles of hair, 12 cans of hairspray, 35 tubes of hair glue, and 6,250 hair clips. For the men that were not used to these things, who will not really understand what all these hair clips, hair spray.
Don't you have a wife? You should understand now. Don't tell me
I
you don't understand.
now.
How would you understand?
It was hair can be all these things. Is she shall use it for the hair, papa. Abi, it's for hair. Yes or no? It's actually for hair. So basically, I don't know any of these things. But it said Eileen, who achieved this new feat, spent 11 days and over 2 million naira to break this record. According to Eileen, she has been working as a professional wig maker for 8 years, producing 50 to 300 wigs per week. She added that she trains hundreds of students and she made thousands of wigs. Now, for those people living around, if you're staying in Lagos, if you stay around Kola to where was that, Ijaye area, you would see the wig. The day she started bringing these things out, it stretched for like five bus stops. Like, I'm talking about the length of this hair. It was positioned in one place. We can have a picture of it. It was positioned one place, and it stretched. And she said she trains people also. So you see the people that she's training. So many of them were like, me. I was like, what's going on here? Then I told him that, okay, this is what I like. Wow, Nigerians are doing so many things to break record, and I'm still asking once again, Kofo, what can you do to break record? What record can you, Papa, break?
I can break all records.
What kind of record can you break? See, you're now your mate. Yes, now no.
The one where they cook, gonna be your mate.
You
waiting, you don't do.
I'm doing things too. We've talked about these things. This is woman. This is the second woman that will breaking record in Nigeria. We have so many of them anyways, but recently, Hilda Basi and Auntie Eileen. Auntie Kofo.
Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
You should be expecting my updates
on
breaking the records.
Which is.
Don't worry. The Holy Spirit will minister to me on that. All right, then let's have our other story on entertainment, which is why my wedding with Otedola's daughter isn't a secret, Mr. Easy says. So that's from Mr. Easy, the Nigerian music star Oluwatosin Oluwole Ajibade, better known by his stage name Mr. Easy, has revealed that he did not marry his fiancée, who is actually a fashion enthusiast and actress, Temi Otedola, secretly. His bride, because I remember there were a lot of posts. I mean, people were like saying that they got married secretly. However, his bride is the child of billionaire businessman Femi Otedola, who is one of the richest men on the African continent. During an interview with Nigeria FM Lagos, the singer stated that the video of his song Legalized was the footage of their wedding, which took place in Venice. Wow. Mr. Hazy, while clearing the air while answering questions from the interviewer, stated, "Who told you it was a secret wedding? Go ahead and watch the video of my song Legalized. You will get the answers to your question. We shot the video in Venice. If you watch the video, you see proof there. Our outfits weren't just costumes. Go and watch the video, you will see everything clearly. It's just like what painters do. Whenever you see their work, you will see the message they are trying to convey." That's how it is with us musicians.
My brother is a secret. He didn't tell us on the video. He didn't say it's an official wedding video. We don't know these things. My brother is a secret. You just let us know that. Did you print wedding ivy for us? Did we see that on so date that me and my Yahoo will get married? Nobody. So did you see ivy?
I did not see.
We did not see anything.
Paying too much?
He's paying because he's telling us it's not a secret. It's a secret. Yes, it's a secret wedding. You shot then you now so you want to use one stone to kill two birds. Number one, you shot the video of your song. The title of the song is Legalized. Okay, now it's a legal something. Then you now shoot the video and say that we should go and watch the video. This is another way of this is marketing strategy. So now let's go and watch the video so that we will now have more. My brother, we know these things. My brother, we know these things. We know these things. Fine, happy married life to you and tell me it's long overdue. We don't see. We have been seeing updates, your posts, her birthday, you brought out a chopper to write her name on, like so many romantic things Mr. Easy has done. Yeah, I'm so much excited for them. In fact, she was the one that made us know that they haven't married. She posted something that my husband about me and my husband or something. Then she even changed her name to his son name in her traveling luggage. Yes. We're like, oh, so it's official. It's
official.
For him, nothing else. And it's not a secret now. Go and watch the video, my brother. My brother. Emma, Ebuka no dey tackle Kofo.
I don't understand. No,
May
they
she
tackle
break
me, I beg. I
record.
go break my
May she
record
break
in God's
record.
time. Please
May she
leave
break
me.
record.
You say go break record.
I've been breaking bottles up and down. Now you never.
Which kind of record with that one?
I've been breaking bottles.
Your mates are breaking record of cooking.
My sister
and
break
all
now.
that stuff. You
My
waiting
sister
they do.
break now break.
Go do press up record.
How many
Press
do you
up
want?
for
How
maybe-
many do you want?
For 3 days.
If you want to kill me, tell me straight. Say, Booz, I want to kill you. Olugbenga Bamidele, what is Omeru still doing in the Super Eagles since 2012? He should be 42 years now. My brother, they say the Thiago Silva is still playing football now. And besides, the coach of the Super Eagles still likes him and he's still playing frequent football in his club side. So, if he is fit and is well to go, who says he can't play? He's not 42 basically. Omeru is not 42. He's not even 40. I'll confirm his age and I'll let you know. But Omeru is in his late 30s, but basically not. He's not 42 years old. So he still has it in him. So if he has it in him, why not? He can still do more as long as he has the ability to still play. He's just 30 years old, you see. Yeah. Omeru is still 30, so if Thiago Silva, that is basically 38 these days, 39 these days as it is, can still play football. So Omeru too can still play. Don't forget, he's playing for Kasimpasa these days, so he can still play for the Super Eagles, okay? All right, finally on entertainment, this on Lagos this morning. Now let's move on to Salawa Beni, legendary artist as she is, 62-year-old singer Salawa Beni. She's unveiling her third husband.
Drum roll.
I'm looking at you. Say you never.
I don't understand.
You've not unveiled. You've not unveiled one.
So
She's unveiling 62nd now. Salawa Beni, veteran Nigerian musician, has unveiled her third husband Rashid Adounse. Now Adounse, who is the controller of commandant of Customs Training College, celebrated his retirement and birthday party in Lagos over the weekend. Now, speaking at the event, Abeni said, "I don't have many words to utter than to thank God. I will just say a bit about my dearest husband, husband number 3. You have retired but not tired. As God joined us together as husband and wife 4 years ago, I pray you will live long and have abundance. You saw me as a musician and I saw you then as a complete Englishman, but love conquered all. I have not chosen wrongly." Oh God.
Even old people are finding love. Ebuka, what are you doing? I don't understand. Old people are finding love. Yes.
The beautiful ones are not yet born. The beautiful ones are not yet born.
Yourself,
because the ugly ones have refused to die. Once the ugly ones have died, the beautiful ones will start saying.
Do you know you are not attacking only me? You are attacking all the ladies out there.
I'm just saying
ladies,
that you asked me. You asked me a question.
We need to drag him.
Am I generator? Anyways, congrats to Salawa Beni and her husband. The couple recently tied the knot 4 years ago. And she kept it to herself, but now she said, okay, no need to keep it anymore to herself. Let's just bring it back. So congratulations to them. So talking about marriages, Mr. Easy Temi, happy married life. Salawa Beni and the husband, happy married life to you all. Emma, this woman is supposed to collect Guinness World Record. Which woman? Are you talking of Salawa Beni? Okay. All right, what we'll do right now is we'll go on a short break quickly. Then when we come back, we'll talk about the NLC strike. Basically, that's our talking points for today. Yeah. NLC strike. This is day 2 of the strike. When we come back from the break, we'll talk about Lagos State and Asuu joining in the strike. Yes, Asuu have joined the strike. We'll talk about it when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
100 naira ko. Esambaseko.
watching us as we have been taking on different topical issues. Right now, we're on the final topic for today, and which is the main. Lagos State schools have joined the NLC strike. It's no longer news that the strike started yesterday, being Tuesday, and today it has dragged, mean day 2. The NLC, the Nigerian Labour Congress, and the TUC, the Trade Union Congress, have embarked on a nationwide strike that has forced all civil servants to close all doors. Yesterday in Lagos, in fact, in so many places in Nigeria, there were partial agreements to the strike, but today being day 2, especially here in Lagos, yesterday banks were open to businesses, government houses were open. I think the only place that was locked in Lagos yesterday was in Nigerian Ports Authority in Apapa. That was the only place that was locked. But as days goes by, according to the chairperson of the NLC Lagos State chapter, is saying that if as the strike persists, more unions would be joining as the day goes by. Yesterday, schools were opened, but today, as I speak to you, if you would have for those in Lagos, you would have noticed it that government's primary and secondary schools did not open. Why? Because the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the NUT, officially have joined the strike. Asuu, like we know, the academic staff union of Nigerian universities, have also joined in the strike. So it's the two. And we know that the way it's going, it's possible that electricity workers, distribution workers for electricity, would also join the strike.
No, I just pity like students going on strike again. And
okay, because of the school fees issues, that's part of it. And also not forgetting not on other schools in Lagos, LASU, the Lagos State University in LASU in Ojo, and the Adeniro. Okay, that is Asuu, talking about the College of Education. I think right now it's not a university. Yes, it's a university right now, no longer a College of Education. Yes, it's now the Adeniro University College, something like that. So basically, all schools in Lagos are on strike. The only school not on strike in Lagos, I think, is just Sunday school. But then moving on is just that all the tertiary institutions, government-owned tertiary institutions, secondary schools for government schools, and primary schools, government schools, all have basically joined the strike. And now it brings to the fore the genesis of this strike. It's all because of what happened to the president of the NLC, Joe Ajero, in Imo State 2 weeks ago, during when he went to Imo State, based on issue concerning the welfare of workers in Imo State. He was beaten black and blue. And the Congress were saying that if this is happening to the president of the NLC, this can happen to even the common worker. Because yes, I agree. If the president of an association such as the Nigerian Labour Congress can be beaten blue and black, your president is beaten, who are you? The ordinary worker. Because if your president can be beaten like that, that means even an ordinary worker can be killed if that is the case. But then that is basically what is forming the core of this strike, and also other issues that are alongside the welfare of workers, the money they are collecting, the salary, and so many things that is happening. At the end of the day, if you look at it now, banks in some places did not work yesterday. Today, they will be working at least 50% in many of these places that opened yesterday, Ogun State, Lagos State to be particular, that even if they will be working, they will not be working like normal time that they should be working. And it's not a must that they put on suit and tie as their normal dress code. Yeah? And if that is happening to them, then you look at other areas that's bringing money into this country. The Port Authority is shut, education is on a lockdown, banking system is partially on the lockdown.
Going on the lockdown soon, nothing is done.
Much other one again. The railway system, airports would be shut down, no coming in, no going out. Basically, because according to NSC, if symptom persists, they will shut down the entire economy. And we know most of the time, the economy of the country relies even on what Lagos State is bringing in. And but shout out, the Lagos State government has done so much in terms of making sure that nothing like that happens in Lagos, because many of the things that the NLC are agitating for, the Lagos State government has found a way to go around it. Talking about giving out palliatives, talking about salary payments, talking about increments in salaries of the civil servant. So many of these things, the Lagos State government has done it. But right now, what is going on is that the NLC are saying that an injury to one is an injury to all. What happened to their president? They are trying to make this a statement, meaning that everybody is concerned. All chapters of the NLC and the TUC, they are concerned about this issue. So that is basically that Asuu has joined, and the Lagos State School has also joined.
Let us also know if any of this is actually affecting you in any way.
It's going to affect basically everybody.
I want to know
It's
how.
going to affect. I mean, there is also another union in Lagos. Not forgetting the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers,
So let us know how you're
NURTW.
getting affected by the
And
strike.
hopefully they do not join the strike. Talking about, because the Union of Road Transport Employees or Workers join the strike, you should know how many people will become stranded on bus stops or at the bus stops when it concerns this particular issue concerning the strike going on in the country. It's just day two, and the NLC and the TUC are saying until most of these their demands are met, that they will not call up the strike. The biggest of it all is those policemen that were involved in the beating of the chairman or the president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero, in Imo State, should be brought to book, should be arrested. Yes, we already know that the commissioner of police in Imo State has been reassigned or been redeployed to another state. But right now, what the NLC and the TUC are saying is that that particular police officer and those that were involved in this matter, because if you look at it, this matter happened, I think, 3 weeks ago. There, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, it happened. Since then, nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been called to question. The only thing we know is that the commissioner of police has been redeployed to another state. So the NLC and the TUC are basically not happy about this particular issue, because that why is this happening as it is? Break as it is concerning that particular issue. Yeah, so basically I believe that they should be doing this concerning this particular matter, and they have to do more. They have to do more concerning this particular issue. They have to do more concerning this particular issue as it is. So let us know what you think concerning this matter. This matter concerning the NLC and the TUC as it is right now. How is it also affecting you in your daily business as it is? Well, news just coming in just right now is that Nigerian rapper and singer Ola Dips is no more. And this is news just breaking.
This is truly breaking news.
Ola Dips, I saw his post some months ago when Mohbad died. Very young person. A statement coming out from his page, and I believe this is from his family or his team. We are saddened to inform, this is just us digressing, we apologize for that, but it's just news that is breaking. We are saddened to inform the general public that Oladipupo Olabode Oladimeji, aka Ola Dips, has passed away yesterday, November 14th, Tuesday evening at exactly 10:14 p.m. We are still in shock as we speak. For over 2 years, he has kept his battles within himself. His body is now with his family, and funeral services will be announced as soon as it is concluded. The family asks that we respect their privacy in this trying time. May God give us all the fortitude to bear this great loss.
That's a really sad news, actually.
Very sad.
And if I pick something from there, it is he has fought his battle for himself. I think one thing is we need to try to speak. We need to learn how to actually speak up. Let's learn to communicate how we feel with friends, family. Let's share how we feel, because there's this saying that a problem shared is not a problem solved. It's not fully solved, but it is half solved. So when we feel burdened, when we have issues we're going through currently, we should endeavor to actually reach out to a few persons, it could be family or friends, and speak to them. And at the same time, we should always check up on our loved ones. Let's check up on our friends.
It is very heartbreaking. Ola Dips, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. You know, very sad. We are still trying to investigate the cause of the death of Mubad, and this is just coming. So we are not happy we are leaving you on this sad note, but it is what it is. As the note, as the news comes through, um, you know, otherwise, may he continue to rest on for the family, and we pray for God to grant the family the fortitude to bear this loss. Oladipes is a very young, vibrant, agile rapper, multilingual, Yoruba, English, and Pidgin, and it's very sad that this is coming at this time. So for the family, we pray for God to continue to be with them. For the entertainment industry right now, this is another heartbreak news in the industry as it is. So these are some of the issues we've brought to you today. We've talked about the strike. We've talked about so many things. At the end, we're riding off with the sad news concerning the death of Oladips. Gideon, thank you. Rest on Oladips. Thank you for your comments there. All right, we're about to leave the studio right about now. I want to say thank you very much to all of you for always turning up on Flip TV. And don't forget to subscribe, share, and like Flip TV, and also our other page, our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. Thank you very much once again for tuning in and joining us, and also engaging us on the show. Thank you. Tomorrow is another day and another time that we'll meet again. My name remains Ebuka.
And my name is Kuforola Drotimi. Okay.
Andre Nereko, Estambanseko.